Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up half.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad life. She fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's from pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Suge, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits.
That TTG money gang,
baby,
we some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Hope you guys are all doing well on this fine evening. First, before we get started, just want to take a moment to remember 9/11, September 11th, obviously. Doesn't need to be really mentioned. Everybody knows exactly, what took place. Everybody remembers exactly where they were, probably exactly what they were doing when they found out what was taking place. We always participate in the moment of silence that the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ does every year for 9/11. And we obviously participate in that moment of silence at True Trading Group. And I just want to take a moment and just recognize, obviously, this day, which will never be forgotten. I know when they say never forget or never forgotten, that is as true of a statement as I think anyone's ever said. So 23 years later, you still remember exactly where you were and what you were doing when that happened. And anybody that was in the tri-state area knows somebody whose family was impacted and affected by what took place. And I know, myself and a couple of our other moderators in True Trading Group, myself in Northeast New Jersey, we have another moderator in Connecticut, another in Long Island. So obviously, know people and families that were impacted and affected. So I just want to take a moment to just recognize, those lives that were lost tragically on September 11th. Okay. So with that being said, folks, let's dive right in here. Let's talk about a crazy day in the markets, absolutely insane. Massive reversal day. I just realized that my TV volume was still pretty loud. Massive reversal day for the markets today. We started off selling off real hard, and then you stuck your foot in the ground, and the markets reversed. And I think Jensen Huang's got a lot to do with it with Nvidia, and we're going to talk about why this market reversed on the back of the CPI number that we got in the morning. CPI came out, the market sold off hard right off the open for an hour and a half straight to the downside. Then everything changed. Everything changed in the middle of the day. The markets found a bottom. Big tech started a rally, and the NASDAQ went from down 1.5% to up over 2%. That is a greater than a 3.5% swing on the NASDAQ, which is an absolutely ridiculous reversal. But this is the volatility that this market provides. And today was a massive day for members inside True Trading Group. We had a 300% gain. We had a 200% gain. And we had several 100% gain trades executed, traded by our moderators inside True Trading Group, and executed and profited on by members of True Trading Group. This is the type of market environment that we live for. Folks, we're going to talk all about what to expect here going forward. You got some important data tomorrow morning as well. Let's discuss it. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And in case you guys didn't know, we were a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist last year for Best Data Analysis Tool. And we're also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. So there's literally something here for everybody. If you're wondering why you should listen to anything it is I discuss on this channel, it's not because I think that I'm the world's greatest trader, guys. It's because I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. My first job right out of college, working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. While there, they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened. And that was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff. We've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. So if you guys have not yet done so, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications to make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. All right. So let's head things back on over now, guys. Let's talk about what happened in the markets today, because what a reversal. You want to talk about a V bottom. I mean, it doesn't get more of a V than this. Look at this. This is absolutely madness. Straight to the downside for an hour and a half, put in the bottom, and then straight to the upside, literally for the entire rest of the day. There's no pullback, just straight to the upside the entire rest of the day. This is an unbelievable reversal. This is not at all what I expected from the markets today. You know, once the markets sold off in the morning, we were actually talking about in the pre-market session, a lot of members actually made money on the way down in the morning. And that's because in the pre-market session, the CPI number came out and we were still underneath a pretty key level of resistance on the SPY. And that was also the 50-day moving average, which was this dark blue line you see on my screen. We were underneath that 50-day moving average. So coming into the day, we sat there and we said, okay, you know what? I'm not quite sold that the long is gonna hold, and that's because, and this is pre-market. So I'll just go. This is pre-market. So see, pre-market, we started to push higher. This is the CPI print. We start to push. We're like, I don't know if this is gonna hold. I don't know if this is gonna hold. And all of a sudden, the market opens up, and you immediately sell off that level. And that was your confirmation that level was still very firmly intact. And then a lot of our members actually took that trade for the short. Some of our moderators also took that trade for the short, resulted in triple-digit gains on put options to the downside and some zero DTE puts on the SPY from Diane Fig, and Shai was able to rip some profits off to the downside. Geo was able to rip some profits off there in the morning. And this is a really great move because you're talking about from 549 all the way to 540. It's a $9 move to the downside on the SPY, and that gave tremendous money-making opportunities. But then something happened. In the middle of the day, things changed. Okay, things changed. The markets found a bottom and they started to reverse. And a lot of people are asking me, what the hell happened? What changed? Why did this happen? And interestingly enough, as I've kind of looked around, there's a technical setup here as well. Okay, 540 was a key level of support, which was also the low of the day from Friday. Now, you guys remember Friday. Friday was the big sell-off day, right? You had that big sell-off day on Friday, and you put in that bottom down there. I'll take you guys to a daily chart just so you can see it on the daily. Okay, on the daily chart, you guys can see that you had this, that was the low from that big Friday sell-off day, right? And then you guys look back further and you can see that this level used to be area of support. You had the big gap down August 5th. You then reclaimed back above it. It became support there on a couple days after. What is this? What day is this? The 14th? It's the 14th. This is, yep, the 14th. And then you drop back into it on Friday, and then you double bottomed at it today. So there's that double bottom. There's the bottom low there from the Friday sell-off. But what else you had happen today was there's a huge conference going on in San Francisco. It's a Goldman Sachs conference, and it is something that all your big industry heads attend. It's hedge funds, it's investment banks, it's private equity. The cream of the crop, the who's who of the finance world is at this conference. Jensen Huang, CEO of Nvidia, was at that conference giving a presentation. And during his presentation, which took place this morning, he was discussing AI and the AI industry. And he was saying that there has been no slowdown that he sees whatsoever. He, kind of squashed some concerns about the Blackwell chip delays, and mentioned that the hyperscalers are spending. They're investing heavily into AI. And he talked about for every dollar that gets invested by the hyperscalers, he's talking about $5 coming out on the other end. And it is just something that Brad Gershner and Scott Wapner on CNBC, Brad Gershner, head of Altimeter Capital, who is someone that I do respect and I do listen to. He is a tech genius. The guy he's a fund manager, but he focuses on tech. He's not the guy you want to go to and talk about energy or financials, but when it comes to Silicon Valley, it comes to tech, there's none better. And he said it was interesting that the entire attitude, the entire mood of the conference changed. And the conversations that people were having after Jensen Huang's presentation and his mentions and his discussion about AI and the AI industry, it all of a sudden, it just changed the tone. And people started buying mega cap tech. The NASDAQ was down 1.5% early this morning after that CPI number, and it finished up over 2%. That is as insane of a reversal as you will probably ever see. I'll take you to the cues. There it is, right? There it is. Sell off early and then rip your face off rally, finishing up 2.1%. The Dow is not what reversed us today. The Dow barely finished green, up 0.2% on the Dow. It's all about the NASDAQ today, up 2%, while the S&P is only up 1%. So a full percentage point better for the NASDAQ. It was all about mega cap tech, and it was all about Nvidia. Nvidia ripping face up 8% today. You also had a bullish catalyst for Nvidia talking about that they soon are going to be able to export their chips into Saudi Arabia. There have been restrictions on Nvidia chips going into China. There's been restrictions on Nvidia chips going into the Middle East. And it looks like Nvidia is going to be able now to get their chips into Saudi Arabia. So that was another piece of news that was able to kind of give Nvidia a little bit of a boost today. Today is all about Nvidia. It's all about Jensen Huang. It's all about AI. It's all about the NASDAQ. It's all about mega cap tech. That is what moved this market to the upside today. Big tech put the whole market on its back like it's done many times before for the last several years and marched this market higher. And it happens to be right in front of a key level of support on the S&P. The charts gave you the double bottom for the reversal. The catalyst of the Goldman Sachs conference and the whole mood change regarding big mega cap tech gave you a little bit of a fundamental push if you needed it. And that technical and that fundamental lined up today to give you a massive reversal in the overall market. If you asked me at 9:30 this morning if I thought this is the price action that you were going to see today, I would have said no. And anybody that tells you that they would have anticipated a drop in the SPY to 540 and then rally to 555 is totally full of shit. There's no way you could have predicted that type of price action that you had in the markets today, but you don't have to. That's the beauty about the environment we find ourselves in. You don't have to predict that type of price action. You can react to it. This is the most volatile environment that I've ever seen. I've been doing this for 18 years. Typically, you don't see a move like this without there being something massive. And when I say massive, I mean a big catalyst like a Fed meeting and some shocking rate cut or rate hike or something severe happens. To see this type of a reversal, a 3.5% net reversal in the NASDAQ is huge. You're talking about a company that is a $3 trillion market cap moving 8% in a single day. This is coming after Nvidia was down 10% in a single day just 2 weeks ago. Now up 8% today. It's insane. It really, truly is insane. But this is what we live for. This is what you want. You want big moves in short periods of time because that is how you make more money. It's not a coincidence that one of the most volatile intraday sessions that we have had in a very long time, with the huge sell-off in the morning and then the huge rally late in the afternoon, this is one of the biggest roller coaster rides that we've had. You had a ton of volatility on Friday, but that was just a straight sell-off to the downside, and then the market traded sideways for the rest of the day. You sold off early, trade side. Here, I'll just pull it up. So I'll just show you. So the SPY on Friday, we sold off and then traded sideways into the close. Not today. Today in the morning, you sold off and then exploded back into the close. So that's the most volatile intraday session that we have had in a very long time. And it puts in this double bottom candle on the daily, and it gets you back above the 50-day moving average and puts you now into play with your next level of resistance, which is 555. After 555, minor level at 560.5, which is gap entry, and then gap fill is 564, and your all-time high is 565. The 564, 565, that's the same level. You don't need two lines up there. This is essentially the exact same level. But these are the resistance levels that I see now for this market. The first one is 555, which is a pretty significant level, a minor level at 560.5, and then a major level up there, 564.5. And these are the next levels of resistance that you have to look at in the overall market. And obviously the major support level is going to be this 540 that was confirmed on the double bottom earlier today. But this is the price action that you want. This is the volatility that allows you to make money. I don't know about you. I don't do this for shits and giggles. I don't do this to make friends. I do this to make money. And if you're on this live stream right now, I'm going to assume that you want to make money also. And if that's the case, if that is your goal, fantastic. You're in the right place. And I'm not just telling you you're in the right place because I just, for no reason, believe that to be the case, but it's because our members are actually making money day in and day out, having some of the biggest days, biggest trades, biggest weeks, biggest months, biggest years that they ever had. And don't just take my word for it. Listen to them. They're the ones that caught a 300% gain today, a 200% gain today, and like 4 or 5 100% gains today. Members of True Trading Group, do me a favor. If you are a member and you're on this live stream, are you making money? If you are, type the number 1 in chat right now. If you are making money, you guys are becoming better traders because of TTG, type the number 1 in chat right now. Anybody that's on this live stream that is not a member, you got to pay attention right now. You've really got to start paying attention and do yourself a favor and see how many people type the number 1. Because these are your friends and your family members and your coworkers. If they can do this, so can you. There is no reason why these people can make money on a consistent basis and you cannot. Mitesh Patel had their best day ever, they said. Wow. Wow. $5,600 profit today. Wow. Look at this. Look at all these people that are typing the number 1. Look at these people typing the number 1. Guys, there's no reason why you cannot participate in what we are doing. All you need to do, I don't care if you have a small account. We have many members that are trading with small accounts. We issue small account actual alerts. That's head up by Diane. Diane actually used to be a member, then became an apprentice, is now a full-time moderator, has been on an absolute freaking tear. Diane's the one that had the 300% gain today, as well as a couple of 150, 180% gains today, trading SPY options. Was a huge day for the small account traders. Big AO and shout out to the small account traders. I don't want to hear it. Oh, I don't have enough money. You have a couple $100? Good. That's good enough. I don't want to hear I don't have enough time. You have a couple hours a week, good. That's good enough. 82% of our members have a full-time job. If they can do this, then so can you. Download our mobile app. It's free when you join. You guys will be able to get notified when our members enter and exit positions. Look at there. John Reinberg. John, I hope you're doing well, brother. A 327% gain today trading SPY calls. Jimmy Benchin, my brother, what's up? Hope you're doing well. A 400% banger on Sunrun calls, a 100% gain on Palantir calls, a 50% gain on US Steel calls, and more 130% on play puts. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe you're talking like puts for play, like in the morning, I guess is what they're talking about. But this is what I'm talking about. Made $1,000 today and $3,700 for the week. My boy Joe Martinez. It's a solid week, brother. My boy Dino, what's up, my man? A 300% gain today. These are members. These are not the moderators. These are members. Back in Canada from Costa Rica, $5,600 today for my boy Chris. These are real people with real results. $2,000 today for my boy Edgar. If you are still sitting on the sidelines, this is what you are missing. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything anymore. If you are not capitalizing on this market, you have nobody to fault but yourself. I'm telling you here right now, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to keep doing this, but it's like I feel like people don't believe me when I say that this is the most opportunistic environment that I've ever seen in my entire life. I stand behind the product and the platform that we've created here in True Trading Group, so much so that we put our money where our mouth is. See, when you guys join True Trading Group, we offer you a double your money back guarantee. It's quite simple. You join TTG. If you can't make enough winning trades to equal what you pay to join us, we're not just going to give you your money back. We're going to give you double your money back for wasting your time. Our refund rate at True Trading Group is less than 2%. Less than 2%. We have about 10,000 members in 115 different countries. 4.6 star out of 5 rated on Trustpilot. Go check them out. Go read them. See what our members have to say. These are real people just like you. I had $1,200 in my account 2 weeks ago. I'm now over $6,000. My boy Justin Davis. Do you guys not see how insane that is? From $1,200 to $6,000 in 2 weeks. Now you might be asking, well, is that normal? Is that normal? You know what? I mean, honestly, no, these are, in this market environment, when you have several triple-digit gains alerted in a single day, yeah. Because it's not just Justin. You saw all the people that typed the number 1. It's not just Justin that's doing that. It's not just Chris. It wasn't just Dino. It wasn't just Jimmy. You saw hundreds and hundreds of people type the number 1 and tell you that they're making money in this environment. There it is again, Justin Davis. I had $1,200 in my account 2 weeks ago. I'm now over $6,000. There you go. I need to know something real quick. I need to know who's on this live stream that is not a member. Can you guys do me a favor? Type the letters TTG if you're not a member. If you're not part of True Trading Group. Type the letters TTG if you are not part of True Trading Group. I need to see who's on. Obviously, I know we have a lot of members, about 1,000 people watching this with me right now live. But if you're not part of the community, just go ahead real quick and type the letters TTG. Brian Bloom says, using an indicator that I learned through your study guide, I was able to profit $972 over the last 2 days without getting crazy. I love that. Without getting crazy. Small account is up 139% today because of SPY calls. My boy Lee. Great job, Lee. Stick with it, brother. Great job. So go ahead, folks. Type the letters TTG. Those of you that are not part of the community. We got Werner. We got Carlos. Here comes Thomas. Thomas Baudy. I feel like you used to be a member, if I'm not mistaken. Thomas, I think. Oh, no, you're saying AO. My bad. Thomas, I thought you typed TTG. My bad. I was going to say, I thought you were a member. We got Mojo. We got Chanel Crawford. Chanel Crawford, how are you? Carlos would like to be a member. That's excellent. I'll talk to you guys about it. Mojo Quid says, I can't afford a membership. Mojo, you don't know that. Let me tell you guys this. I don't want to hear about, I can't afford the membership. Listen, here's what I'm doing. You said you can't afford a membership. Now the membership to True Trading Group is over $1,000. But what I've done the last couple of days, especially because people were nervous last week when the market sold off, I've kept, for a couple of people that were interested, I've kept a discount for them over 50% off where they can join for just $500 for the whole year. $500 for the whole year. You put it on a credit card and I'm going to give you a double your money back guarantee. The way that it works is as follows. You join us, you pay $500 today. I ask you to go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group. If you do those things, you have the whole year. Take your time. Go at your own pace. This isn't valid only for 30 days. It's the whole year. Take your time. Do those things. And if you're still unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $500 membership fee at least one time during your membership, I'm not just going to give you back the $500. We will give you back $1,000, double what you paid. The W money back guarantee is right there on the checkout page. I'm dead serious. It's real. Go read it. It's right there. And I can offer you that because our refund rate, it's less than 2%. If our refund rate was 12%, I clearly would not be able to offer you double your money back. We'd go out of business. And True Trading Group is a business. 30 employees, 10,000 customers. Yeah, exactly, Amy. That's a little over $1 a day. You know, the average consumer spends over $2,000 a year at Starbucks. You spend over $2,000 a year on coffee. What does coffee do for you? Is that a positive return on your investment? No. But for $500, you can have an opportunity to, like Chris, like Dino, like Jimmy, like Justin, all the people that were commenting, telling you that, I had 1,200 2 weeks ago, and now I'm at 6,000. I had a 327% gain today. I had 129% gain today. Imagine if you were able to catch a 327% gain, 150% gain. What would that do for you and your account and for your finances? Go to ttgoffer.com, sign up for the $500 price point. Okay? Sign up for the $500 price point. You have the W money back guarantee, which I really don't think you need, but it's there for peace of mind. It's there to hold us accountable, right? I know I talk a big game on this live stream, but it's because our members are actually seeing the results. And if they weren't, I wouldn't offer you double your money back. I'd be an idiot to do that. If I really thought that you were going to fail and you were not going to be able to make the $500 back, then I wouldn't offer double your money back. But I believe very firmly in the platform that we have created, and I see the results that members have. Now, not every single one of our members is killing it, right? That would be foolish to even pretend that every single one of our members is killing it. But at True Trading Group, we leave no trader behind. Anyone that is still struggling, we host red to green workshops the first Wednesday of every month. They're free. Anyone that's struggling, anyone that has questions, anyone that's having a tough time, you can submit questions. We host a live workshop, and we will cover those questions. We'll go over those topics with you, and we'll help you try to get you from red to green. It's the whole reason why the workshop is called Red to Green. It's free. There's no extra cost for these things. Go to ttgoffer.com. Everything you see on that page is included. Carlos, go to ttgoffer.com. Everything you see on that page is included. Our 22 course curriculum, simplified and expanded upon version of the training that I received working at a fund in New York. Beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it. You guys have access to it. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, Trading Views premium charting software, the Trade Idea scanner streams on our platform for you to use, unusual options activity, dark pool data, right? Options flow, daily watch list from the moderators where we tell you these are the stocks we're focused on, these are the entry points, these are the exit points. So you know exactly where to focus your attention before the day even starts. Desrog says, I'm a former member. Do I still qualify for the 500? Desrog Singh, you do, but you must text us in order for us to give you the $500 price. So Desrog Singh, there's a phone number at the bottom of the screen, 1-888-621-2127. I need you to text that number with your name and email, and we will be able to whitelist your email address and sign you back up for the 500. So listen, if anybody else is like Desrog Singh, that is a former annual member, or maybe you used to be a trial member at one point. If you guys want to join for the $500 price point, I will allow it. You will be able to qualify for the 500 price point, but you have to text that number. Do not go to ttgoffer.com. It probably will not work for you. Text us and we'll get you signed up for the 500. Now, anybody else, you can go straight to ttgoffer.com and there's no coupon code required. You just fill it out, submit your information, check out, you're good to go. And you guys have, like I said, the double your money back guarantee. You can also text that number if you have any questions. We're fully transparent. We're an open book, right? All of our trading activities uploaded to the site from our brokerage accounts, every buy, every sell, every win, every loss, every entry, every take profit, every stop loss. You see every transaction that's made. And the moderators and I collectively on all of those transactions have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of around 80% now going on the last 5 years. It's not just me. There's 8 other professional full-time traders that are with you every day, sharing their screens, answering your questions, providing their trade entries and exits. You guys get to listen to them trade from pre-market all the way until the close. We're not gone after an hour and you're left to fend for yourself. This is why members of True Trading Group have been able to be successful. This is why they're telling you that they're able to make money. Full-time job or not. Small account or not. If they can do it, so can you. Go to ttgoffer.com now. You got the double your money back guarantee. Check out for the 500. I'm not going to keep this price here, guys. I need to move the price back to $11.88. But I saw Mojo said, hey, I can't afford the membership. I see Carlos wants to know how to join. We got Desra Singh wants to come back. I used to be a family member, wants to come back and join the group. I'm going to leave it here for the 500. I'm going to do this for the next maybe 15 people. I'm not going to leave it open-ended. Right? Anyone that wants to join, I'll leave it for 15 people. You guys can join for the $500 price point, and then that's it. If you go to tgoffer.com and it says 500, you know you're one of the next 15. If it doesn't, if it says 1188, then that just means that we sold out of the 15. Simple as that. ttgoffer.com. Otherwise, text us with questions. 1-888-621-2127. All right? All right. Beautiful. All right, guys, let's get back on over to the charts and let's kind of talk about what we've got cooking here today and talk about what we think about tomorrow, right? Because I kind of already explained to you what happened in the markets today and why the markets reversed and what this all now means because of that technical support level that we had down there at 540. That was the double bottom. Wow. Old-timey. Wow. This is what TTG is all about. I've been in and out of the hospital lately, currently stuck in bed. I woke up, had $150 in the account. I ended the day with $371. I never left my bed. How else can you do that? Legally, anyway. LOL. Best job ever. I'll take that right from, what movie is that? What's the tank movie with Brad Pitt? The name of the movie is slipping my mind, but it's Fury. Thank you, Joe. There you go, Joe. Fury, the movie Fury, when they go, best job I ever had, right? Best job I ever had, right? So it's the truth. Where else can you do that? Old-timey, congratulations. TGD has literally saved my family. Lifetime member. It's a no-brainer. Amen, old-timey. See, it's nice. Listen, Lamborghinis and mansions are cool, but saving your family, saving your house, right? Helping you, make money while you're in and out of the hospital and you're stuck in bed, so that you don't have to worry about making the rent or the mortgage payment this month, or how you're going to be able to, put food on the table, or worrying about having to put this, items back when you're in the checkout line at the grocery store, not having to worry about, what the price of gasoline is, That's what True Trading Group is really all about. Supplementing your income. Yeah, of course, everybody wants to become a full-time trader and, you know, make their own hours and have unlimited earnings potential and be their own boss. And everybody strives to do that. And we have a lot of members that have made that transition. Okay. We have a lot of, we actually have a mentor program going on right now with one of our pro traders that is geared towards helping the members that we have that are transitioning into full-time traders. And we kind of will walk them through that transition and how do you treat trading like a business, and, you know, what are some of the psychological things that you need to be able to master in order for you to become a full-time trader and everything else. So that's something that we're implementing right now and we're working on with a lot of our members. But a lot of people are just here because they just want to supplement their income. They just want to make some extra money. So, you know, that's what this really all comes down to. And that's what this is all about. That's what people are realizing and achieving and accomplishing every day. So if you guys want to join the group, go to ttgoffer.com. Sign up today. Otherwise, you can send a text message also to 1-888-621-2127. Okay. All right. All right. So back on over to the SPY. Like I said, huge reversal day today in the overall markets. You took us right back up into your next level of resistance, and it's 555 on the SPY. Now, where do we get that from? Support, 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 right? You all see that support from the end of the second half of August. The second half, I'm going to delete this minor level. I'll delete just so I'm going to delete so we can clean this up, clean the chart up a little bit. I'll just keep the major levels on the screen. Okay, these are your major levels. So there you guys can see the end of August. You see that 2.5 week long consolidation where you found support down there at 555. You finally broke that level on September 3rd. September 3rd, that level broke. And once that level broke, what you will notice is after it broke, you'll notice resistance for the 2 trading days following that breakdown. We do have to welcome Kevin. Guys, everybody welcome Kevin. Kevin just joined the group. Now 14 spots are left at the $500 price point. So everybody welcome Kevin to the True Trading Group family. Kevin, welcome to the team. Go to ttgoffer.com. If the price says 500, that means you're one of the 14 spots. If it says 1188, that means that those 14 spots have been filled. If you are like Singh and you used to be a member, or maybe you used to be a trial member and you guys want to join for the 500, you have to send us a text message, 1-888-621-2127 at the bottom of the screen. All right. So back on over to the SPY, you see this level here, support, then became resistance the beginning of September. Now what happened today, we rallied right back up into that resistance level. There it is, high of the day today, sitting there at 555. So you're back into this resistance level. Okay. A clear out of this resistance, okay, clear out of that resistance, I think could really get bulls feeling pretty confident, feeling pretty brazen if you can take that level out tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is going to be a key data point, but I don't think it's because of the PPI number. Right? You got the CPI number today, and it was clear. It was just widely in line with expectations. There was one data point that was slightly higher, and that was the core month-over-month number. Okay. Old Time, he says, the reason I speak out a lot here is I wish more older people would realize what a lifesaver this could be for them. I am 54 and unable to work. My husband will only be able to not much longer. There you go. That's what this is about, right? And there's just following up on comments from username Old Time. Old Time, I'm so happy for you. I'm just so happy that we've been able to kind of help you and your family and make your life easier for you and your husband. I really am. We got to welcome Aaron. Aaron just joined. Okay, Aaron just joined. 13 of these spots now remain, guys. Okay, Aaron, welcome to the TTG team. Aaron, P-Rab says, I'm retired. I'm living off fixed monthly income. Between rent and other expenses, there isn't much left. P-Rab, I get it, but that's why you have the double your money back guarantee. You join, you pay the 500. If you can't make the 500 back at least once during the membership, after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, and attending a study group, we give you back $1,000. Right? That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is you take that $500 investment into a membership in True Trading Group and you're able to supplement your income like Old Timey. Oh, you are a member. P-Rab is a member. Said I came across True Trading Group and it changed my standard of living. So there you go. There it is. There's proof. Right? Kathleen Baker says, I'm 79 years old. I'm helping my grandkids with college. I love it. Right? KTX can always use another AA run. That's great. Aaron, welcome to the family. 13 of those spots remain. All right. So there you guys have it. All right. So back on over to the charts. Like I said, this 555. Tomorrow's going to be an important day, but not because of PPI. CPI number came out today. It was expected to be 2.5 year over year, and the headline number came in at exactly 2.5. Okay. That core number came in line with expectations on the headline number. It just came in a little bit hot on the month over month. So there's 4 sections, there's 4 categories, or 4 data lines. One is headline year over year, and then there's headline month over month. Then there's core year over year, and there's core month over month. The difference between headline and core: core takes out food and energy prices. Headline includes food and energy prices. So that's it. That's the only difference, right? And the headline year over year, headline month over month, and core year over year all came in line with expectations. The core month over month was 0.3, it was expected 0.2. So for all intents and purposes, an inline CPI read. Okay. Tomorrow, I don't expect there to be a drastic difference in the PPI number. I think the PPI number is going to generally come in line with expectations. I think the bigger thing that might move markets tomorrow is the jobless claims. Jobless claims numbers come out tomorrow. Now, the labor market is a really big point of focus for the market. The market wants to know, is the labor market going to hold together long enough for the Fed's interest rate cuts, which are going to start this month, to get into the economy and get the economy ticking back in the right direction again, rather than continuing to see the economy slow. Last week, we had really weak job reports. We had jobs data after jobs data after jobs data came in weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker than expected. And that got the market selling off last week. You see those 2 huge red candles. That was jobs data, jobs data, jobs data heading to the downside. We have to welcome Jilsa. Jilsa, newest member, 12 spots left. That's it. 12 spots left. These are going quick. Jilsa, welcome to the family. Again, folks, that's ttgoffer.com. Text us with questions, 1-888-621-2127. Also, if you used to be a member, used to be a trial member, you have to text that number if you guys want the $500 price point. All right. Jilsa, welcome to the TTG family. So jobless claims numbers tomorrow. The market wants to believe the soft landing is going to be successfully achieved by the Fed. If the market didn't want that or didn't believe that the most probable outcome was a soft landing, we wouldn't be sitting 2% off of all-time highs, which is where we are today. Okay. We're just around 2% off of all-time highs, maybe a little bit more than 2% off all-time highs. So if the market didn't believe the soft landing was the most likely outcome, we wouldn't be sitting where we are. So we know that the Fed is about to start cutting rates. You want the economy and the job market specifically to hold together and stabilize. Over the last couple of months, the unemployment rate has been going higher. You were at 3.4. We got all the way to 4.3, okay, in the month of July. Last month for August, it came in at 4.2. So you ticked it down from 4.3 to 4.2. That's a good sign. But the jobs added all came in weaker and weaker and weaker than expected, right? Jobs added were weaker. Revisions were weaker for July. Revisions were weaker for June. Revisions were weaker for 23 into 24 year over year job adds. Weaker number on the ADP employment number, weaker number on the job openings number, and the people looking for a job versus jobs available are coming back into an equilibrium. For the last 2 years, 3 years, you've seen a drastic difference between job openings and people looking for a job. And there was this huge gap of these open job positions with nobody there to fill them. That's an extremely tight labor market. That causes wage inflation because employers then need to entice people to apply for their job. So they have to offer more money in order to attract the little bit of talent that was there in the job market. And now it's the opposite of that. Now the job openings are declining. We used to have over 9 million job openings. Now we're down to 7.6 million job openings, right? So, it was expected we were going to have 8.2 million job openings, came in 7.6. It's a big miss. So the labor market deteriorated a little bit over the last couple of months, and the market sold off last week. Then you come into today and you get the CPI number in line with expectations, and you get Jensen Huang telling everybody, hey, AI industry is doing fantastic. Everybody comes in, buys mega cap tech, and then tech takes the whole market back to the upside. But we still have to worry about the labor market. let's not forget that labor data was really weak last week. And that's why I think tomorrow's jobless claims number is going to be the key point for us to focus on. The PPI number coming in line with expectations is a whole lot of the same from today. So the jobless claims number tomorrow, if it comes in line with expectations or stronger, I think that's a positive sign. And I didn't even see the markets move higher. But if you get a huge miss on jobless claims, I don't even know off the top of my head what the expectation is for the jobless claim. I'll give you just an example. Let's say, they're expecting 145,000 jobless claims. If that number comes in at 180,000, the market, I think, could take back a good chunk of the rally that you saw today. As the market then starts going back to focusing on, oh crap, that labor market, again, the data is still weak. That's what I think we need to focus on for tomorrow. Not necessarily the PPI data. Now, if the PPI data comes in drastically different than expectations, then sure, there's going to be a market reaction. But I think that it's more likely than not that comes in similar to CPI, and then the market starts to focus on jobless claims, and then we can just really sit back, relax, hang out, and wait for the Fed meeting. Now let's talk about the Fed meeting for a little bit. Now the Fed meeting, we don't know if we're going to get 25 basis points or 50. Right now, the market believes it's 20. The markets are pricing in 25. The most probable outcome is 25. I think you're going to get 25. But you're at a situation right now where this is the first Fed meeting where the market doesn't necessarily know what to expect. And you can make an argument for either side of the coin. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. A 25 basis point cut could be looked at bullish or bearish. And a 50 basis point cut could be looked at bullish or bearish. I had a conversation with one of our members today, one of our lifetime members. We do one-on-one mentor coaching every day, the moderators and I, with different members. And the person that I did my mentor session with today, who's doing fantastic, by the way, and improved drastically over the last couple of months from when we had our last one-on-one, and is moving towards consistent profitability and has reached that area and is now working on getting bigger so we can make more money. So congratulations to her. If she's watching this live stream, you know who you are. But I just totally lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. I'm on no sleep. I got a newborn baby, and I'm not sleeping, obviously, as any parent has experienced before. But I totally lost my train of thought. I don't remember where I was. Joe, where was I, Joe? What was I talking about? I wasn't talking about Jensen Long. Was I talking about Jensen Long? No, I wasn't. I definitely don't think I was talking about Jensen Long. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, no, the Fed meeting, 25 basis points or 50. How it can be taken as bullish or, yeah, way to go, Joe. Way to go, Jensen Long. That was 20 minutes ago. So 25 basis points or 50 basis points. Okay, I'm just busting you, Joe. All right, so it can be looked at bullish or bearish. So here's what I mean by that. If the Fed comes out and cuts 25 basis points, I think it will be considered bullish if the focus from Jerome Powell is we're cutting 25 basis points because let me start with the 50. The 50 basis point cut, because that's what everyone's arguing about. Is a 50 basis point cut good or is it bad? So I'll start with the 50. The 50 basis point cut, if the focus of the 50 basis point cut is inflation, I think that's a positive thing. If the focus of discussion and tone on a 50 basis point cut is the economy, I think it's a negative thing. So Jerome Powell's tone and Jerome Powell's focus in the press conference is going to matter a lot, in my opinion. If they cut 50 basis points and Jerome Powell says, we're cutting 50 basis points and we are because we're very happy with what we've seen on inflation. You know, we don't need to keep the monetary policy as restrictive as it is. We're 300 basis points more restrictive than we need to be, or than we are restricted by 300 basis points because your restriction is the Fed funds rate higher than the current rate of inflation. Anything above that is the restriction. Okay, if you're under it, then that's the accommodative. So you have this restriction. He's like, we don't really need to. Inflation's come all the way down. We're down to a 2.5 headline CPI number. Core is working its way back underneath 3. We feel really good about the direction of inflation. We've got, inflation under control, and we feel like we can go ahead and cut 50 basis points. I think that's bullish. But if the focus is we're cutting 50 basis points, the economy is starting to slow down a little bit, the labor market is starting to weaken, so we want to go ahead, we want to cut 50 basis points, let's alleviate some of the pressure on the economy so that the economy can start to breathe a little bit again. I think that's negative. I think that's the Fed saying, you know what, you're cutting 50 basis points because the economy needs the 50 basis point cut, that the economy needs you to cut rates fast. And I think that the markets read through that and say, maybe you think the economy is weaker than we think it is, and the market starts to pull back and sell off a little bit. So you see the difference on how the tone of a 50 basis point cut could be considered bullish or bearish. That's why I think that the tone is very important. We got to welcome back Doug. Doug just rejoined the group. Doug used to be a member, has come back to True Trading Group. Everybody welcome Doug. Now that means only 11 of these spots left. So guys, everybody welcome Doug. Doug back to the group. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, to the flip side, the 25 basis point cut, I think, would be the opposite. A 25 basis point cut that focuses on inflation, I think, is negative. Because if he goes, okay, we're cutting 25 basis points because we want to make sure like inflation's down, but we want to make sure it stays down. We're not sold that inflation is going to, not tick back up, or, we're a little, we don't want to have stagflation. So we don't want to cut rates too soon and inflation picks back up. So we're only going to cut 25 basis points. That might signal to the market that the Fed is going to cut rates very, very slowly. And they cut rates very, very slowly because they're still worried about inflation. Well, then all of a sudden you could be looking at a case where that's actually a negative thing. But if they say we're going to cut by 25 basis points because the economy is doing fine, the economy doesn't need a 50 basis point cut, so inflation is coming down, there's no need for us to be in a rush to cut rates, everything looks fine, and the focus is the economy, then there you go. Then that's how the economy actually looks pretty good. So let's make sure that inflation stays down, right? Inflation's knocked out. Let's make sure it's dead before we let it back up off the mat, right? Let's make sure that the match and the fight is over. Don't let inflation back up off the mat. That could be then construed as a positive and bullish. This is what I'm talking about, how I can see the argument for either side of the coin. That's why I think that the Fed meeting is going to be so incredibly important. I expect a ton of volatility when the decision is made, when the rate announcement comes out at 2:00. I expect upside and I expect downside. I expect upside and downside. I expect algorithms to go absolutely crazy, buying and selling and buying and selling, because that can be a 25 or 50 basis point cut. Bulls will have an argument why it's bullish. Bears will have an argument why it's bearish, which means I expect them both to be active. Then 2:30, Jerome Powell comes out, and then his tone, I think, dictates direction. That's what I think. My advice to you is to not try to trade through that on your own. Be with a group of thousands of traders, led by 8 professional full-time traders that have been through this kind of thing 100 times. Don't try to figure it out on your own. Don't try to get spun around. Don't say to yourself, well, let me just fart around by myself and try to make $500 on my own, and then I'll join True Trading Group. Because while you fart around trying to make $500 on your own, you're going to fart around and lose $500 when you could have just joined True Trading Group with it in the first place. And instead of losing the 500, you would have invested it and starting to realize a positive return on the investment by you being able to supplement your income and being profitable and actually start making money, which is exactly what the rest of our members are doing. And if you missed it before, I'll show you one more time, members of True Trading Group, if you're making money and you're becoming better traders because of TTG, type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone that's still watching this that is not yet a member, pay attention to how many people type the number 1. These are your peers. If they are able to make money with True Trading Group, then so are you. It looks like we got Desrog Singh is actually about to sign back up. He's texting with Joe right now. Desrog Singh, I look forward to welcoming you back to the group. I don't think the transaction has been completed just yet. But as soon as the transaction's completed, Desrog Singh, I look forward to welcoming you back to the group. Guys, I'd hurry up. That means we're down to 10 of these spots. So I'm only going to keep the $500 price point for the next 10 people. So otherwise, you're going to pay $11.88. And you have the W money back guarantee. So go to ttgoffer.com. There's no coupon code needed. Everything on that page is included, right? There's no upsell or additional cost or fee for anything on that page. It's all included for $500. Now, we have extra things you can pay for if you want. We do in-person meetups. We have 6-month mentor programs. We have 2-day intensive boot camps. So there are other things you can pay for if you wish. But everything on ttgoffer.com is included for the $500. My biggest regret was watching this channel for months before joining. Robert, that's how most people feel. Most people feel they joined, they watched me on a live stream and they were like, okay, wow, this guy really knows his stuff. I've already learned a lot from listening to his live streams. Maybe you even made some money based on my analysis and the lessons that I've shared on this channel. And people watch and they 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 watch. And they finally muster up the courage to join. And they realize, my goodness, where I could be today if I just joined the first time I thought about it. And if you weren't skeptical, if you didn't have second thoughts, you're not the only person that has second thoughts. You're not the only person that's lost money in the market before. You're not the only person that's been scammed by some other BS group in the past. A lot of our members were skeptical at first, and now their biggest regret is they didn't join sooner. And let's just ask them. Let's see if Robert Alvarado. Let's see if he's by himself on that thought. He's not. Type the number 2, guys. Type the number 2 if you were skeptical at first, and now your only regret is you did not join True Trading Group sooner. Type the number 2 if that is true for you. Moderators are great. I made money with Shy on puts this morning and Diane on the SPY, Uni on calls in the afternoon, up $5,000 today. Trading options for Hope. That's incredible. Great job, Hope. There you guys go. See all these people typing the number 2? These are people that were skeptical at first. And now their only regret is they did not join sooner. Don't live with that regret. The sooner you start, the faster you're going to reach your goals, the sooner that you're going to be able to improve your financial situation. Is it possible to buy a spot as a gift for someone? I'm already a member and doing very well. Clee Jules, yes, it is. Clee Jules, send us a text message. Clee Jules, send a text message to 1-888-621-2127. We could do that, Clee Jules, if you would like to. See, that's how you know True Trading Group works. That we have a member that joins, does very well, and is doing so well that they want to buy a membership for a loved one as a gift. Forget about the Target gift card. Forget about the Apple iTunes gift card. Forget about the Chipotle and the Starbucks gift cards. I'll take a Home Depot gift card, though. I will take a Home Depot gift card. Forget about the rest of those gift cards. True Trading Group will give people a real fair chance of reaching their financial goals. That's how you know this works. That our members refer friends, family members, and coworkers to True Trading Group because they have success and they want their friends, their family members, their loved ones to share in that success too. Because they're like, shit, it worked for me. If it can work for me, it can work for anybody. That's the feeling and the thought process that people have. People say, I'm not some masterful mathematical genius. I'm not some Wall Street professional, but yet I'm having success. So if I can do this, then so can you. And that's the exact mindset you should have. Desrog, there you go. Complete. Desrog, welcome back to the THD family. Desrog used to be a member, now came back home. I'm happy to have you back part of the group. That's 2 previous members that came back to join tonight, Doug and Desrog. We have to welcome Armando. Armando coming in, joining. Now we're down to 9 spots. 9 spots left. Guys, listen, if you want to pay $11.88, that's fine by me. We make more money as a company. You got 9 spots left at $500. Don't tell me you can't find $500 to muster together to invest in yourself for an entire year, knowing if you don't make it back at least one time, we're going to give you back $1,000. Don't tell me you can't find it. If you want it bad enough, you can find it. I know you can. I don't need 40 hours a week. Give me a couple. I don't need thousands of dollars. Start with a couple hundred. And let's see if we can do this together. Armando, welcome to the group. Anybody has any questions, text us 1-888-621-2127. Simple as that. Anybody have any questions for me? Any questions about the Fed, about jobless claims, about the CPI number, about the SPY? Anybody have any questions for me before we break here? If you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask if you guys have any questions for me. Armando. I like that name. Yeah, Clee Jules, our pleasure. Clee Jules, like I said, just send a text and we'll get you hooked up. Clee Jules, that's incredible. Buying a gift for somebody, I absolutely love it. You're the best damn gift that they've ever been given. I guarantee that. Clee Jules, just send a text message to that phone number and we will get you set up for the gift. Do you trade earning gaps, J-Rod? Of course. Of course we do. Yeah. We do trade earning gaps. Would you add some techs in your long-term portfolio? Mitesh, I already did. I added tech in my long-term portfolio on August 5th. On August 5th. Yeah, J-Rod, we do trade earning gaps. I love trading earnings. Me personally. You usually get outsized. You usually get some outsized moves. The Husky Giant. I started a futures account with a little over $100. TTG gave me the power to trade that account with a $3 risk per trade, and it is working. That's sick. $100 account. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear that you need, I need 25K. No, you don't. You really, really don't, man. You really don't. Anthony S. SPY higher tomorrow or SPY dumps? Anthony, if I had that answer, if I was able to predict the future, I'd be a trillionaire. What I'm doing tomorrow is, so we talked about this a little bit earlier. So the way that I'm approaching tomorrow, Anthony, is as follows. Today's candle is a very bullish candle. Okay. You got a confirmed double bottom at support at 540 on the SPY. You held the 100-day moving average. Okay. And you reclaimed the 50-day moving average and you've tested 555 resistance. So it's definitely, this is a very strong candle today, which seems like you would think the markets would move higher tomorrow. But what I'm saying, Anthony, I don't know if you caught my discussion about tomorrow's jobless claims number tomorrow morning, 8:30. I think the jobless claims number tomorrow is very important because people forget that the market sold off last week because we had really weak labor data and we sold off and we sold off, we sold off. Then today you get the CPI number cooperates, you get Jensen Huang kind of gives the green light, says everything's fine with AI, and the market's rallied today because of mega cap tech. Today's rally was not led by the Dow, which is what has been stronger over the last couple of weeks because healthcare and financials and consumer staples and real estate and utilities have been stronger, and because the concern about the economy, people have been flocking to defensive stocks, and a lot of those defensive names kind of float around in the Dow with healthcare and some financials and everything else are in the Dow, and the Dow has outperformed the S&P and the NASDAQ over the last week and a half. Today was the opposite. Today was led by tech because Jensen Huang told everybody at the huge Goldman Sachs conference in San Fran, where all of your investment banking and Wall Street, heads are there. He told everybody that there is no slowdown in AI, that everything looks great, everything's fantastic. They don't expect real delays or issues because of the Blackwell chip situation. There was discussions about we're going to be able to export our chips into Saudi Arabia starting pretty soon, which is a big plus, and a new market that Nvidia is going to be able to tap because there's restrictions with Nvidia's chips going to China, going to certain places in the Middle East, still restrictions on China, still restrictions in the Middle East, but being able to move into Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is going to swallow those chips up hand over fist. They're going to buy as many as they can possibly get their hands on. So that's big news for Nvidia also. But that reverse and that rally tech, mega cap tech, tech is the reason why the markets rallied today. No others. It's tech. That was the reason. But tomorrow, if you get a significantly weaker than expected jobless claims number, I think it might reiterate the worries that people had last week. People very quickly forgot about the weak labor market last week because tech was so incredibly strong and everybody loves to buy the dip in tech. So everybody got really happy, really excited today and tech rallied. But if you get a super weak if you get like a jobless claims number that's like 40 or 50K above expectations, that might bring those fears back. And you could give back a huge chunk of today's price action. And you could get a candle that tomorrow, you get a candle tomorrow that looks like this. You get a candle tomorrow that looks like this. Absolutely, you could. If you get a really weak, labor, really weak jobless claims number, you could absolutely get a candle that looks like that. You can take back half of this. You could take back half of this if you bring back those fears. But if the jobless claims numbers tomorrow come in line with expectations or stronger, then the jitters of the weak labor market probably subside and you probably get some follow through on what was a technical bounce. You probably get a little follow through to the technical bounce. Do you day trade ES futures? J-Rod, yes, we do. We actually have a room. We have a room inside your trading group that only trades futures. They trade ES, MES, they trade the Qs, they trade the Russell. So they trade futures on all the indexes. So we do have a futures trading room as well, yes. Okay. J-Rod, if you're interested in the futures, just send us a text message. J-Rod, it seems like you have a lot of questions about the membership and everything. So J-Rod, my biggest, because I'm not going to be able to answer all your questions. I just happen to have caught your questions. But J-Rod, I would just send a text message. One of our reps will, you can text right now. I think Joe will probably help you out. And any questions you have, J-Rod, about the platform, the membership, what's included, the traders, the style, the strategies, the W money back guarantee. You have any questions, J-Rod, just send a text message to 1-888-621-2127. We're fully transparent. We're an open book. Anything you want to know, I would just probably say send a text message to that number and we'll help you out and answer all the questions that you have. Okay. So that's it, folks. And we have to welcome Lisa. I'm sorry. Well, okay. It's Lisa's family member. So Lisa is the one who bought a gift for their family member. So let's welcome Lisa's family member. So Lisa's family member, welcome to the TTG family. We don't know this person's name yet, but that's incredible. Lisa, TTG member, having a lot of success, wanted to buy a gift, a membership as a gift for somebody, for one of her family members. The name is Robert. Okay, the name is Robert. All right, awesome. So Lisa buying a membership for Robert. So everybody, Robert might not know it yet, but everybody welcome Robert to the TTG family. He doesn't know he's a member of the team yet, but he soon will. Best damn gift you can ever give. Welcome Robert to the True Trading Group family. Lisa, that's an awesome idea. Happy we were able to get that situated and get that worked out for you. I love to see that. Robert, welcome to the TTG family. Folks, that wraps things up. That does it for us today. Again, if you have not done so, there's a couple of these spots left at the $500 price point. Okay, there's 8 of them left. Go to ttgoffer.com. There's no coupon code needed. It says 500. You guys are good to go. If it says 1188, that means 8 people have already joined. If you have questions, text us 1-888-621-2127. Don't forget, if you're still skeptical, you're on the fence, we've got a double your money back guarantee. It's on the checkout page. Go read it. I don't think you need it, but at least it gives you peace of mind knowing that We put our money where our mouth is. How many other platforms would offer you a double your money back guarantee based on your P&L? The answer, none. TTGoffer.com. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. My TTG fam, I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Have a great night. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Turn